you doing? Justin here today. We are checking out Wonderwall by Oasis, probably one of the most popular guitar songs ever, and for good reason as well. It's got really, really nice chords. The part that most people struggle the most with is the strumming. I mean, we can get the chords from anywhere, but getting the strumming right takes a little bit of practice. So what we're going to do, we're going to go to a close-up, we're going to have a good look at what the chords are, and then we'll come back to the wide, and I'll probably spend most of the lesson talking about exactly how to do the strumming pattern just right. We need a capo or capo on fret 2. So let's get to a close-up and check out the chords. So the interesting and cool thing about this chord sequence is we're going to leave fingers 3 and 4 down in the 3rd fret, that's 3 frets above the capo, on the thinnest 2 strings for the whole chord progression. So they just live there. And the other fingers, 1 and 2, move around to get our chords. It's a really nice little idea, sounds great. So we start off with an E minor chord. It'll just be a regular E minor using fingers 1 and 2 down there on 2nd fret of strings 4 and 5. To get to our G chord, we just move 2nd finger over to the 3rd fret of the thicker string. Pretty standard way to play a G. Then we move 1st finger down to the 2nd fret of the 3rd string. We end up with a D sus4 chord. And then we move 1st finger over to the 2nd fret of the 4th string. And we get an A7 sus4, okay? So nothing on the thicker string, we should be avoiding playing that one. Open 5th string, 2nd fret, open 3rd string, 3-3. Now, I often see it played like this as well. In fact, I've played it that way for a long time, but just having had a listen to it, I'm pretty sure that it's an open G string, but really the difference between those 2 chords is pretty subtle, so I don't think you'd be running into any problems if you wanted to play using fingers 1 and 2 there for the A chord. So the intro, E minor to G to D sus4 to A7 sus4. Usually I'm just going to say E minor, G, D and A. Okay? First thing that you want to do is make sure that you can play through that chord sequence without stopping. Get the fingers in the right places. Definitely before you start trying to work on the rhythm pattern. You want to be able to do this just really nice and smooth. Okay, so let's look at the verse now. So the verse is starting with an E minor for 2 strums, then to G, then to D sus4, then to A7 sus4. Back to E minor, to G, D sus4, to A. E minor, to G, to D, to A, and now we go to a C add 9, so we just add 2nd finger down in the 3rd fret of the 5th string. Okay, this is just like there's the G. If we move fingers 1 and 2 down a string, we get this C add 9, 2 strums on that, 2 on D, and then a whole bar on the A7. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, one more time through that. So E minor is G till the day that the D is gonna back to A7. E minor. By now your G somehow re D what you got to A. Cause E minor don't believe in G chord but a D the way I A about you C. D to A. Verse 2 is more or less the same. Backbeat, the word is on the street that the fire in your heart is out. E minor, still the same progression. Down to the D, going back to A. E minor, don't believe the G chord, but it D's the way I A. Now it's slightly different to verse 2. E minor, G, D, A. Okay, so it's just that very last time about you now. In verse 1 it goes C, D to A for a whole bar. Okay? In verse 2 it just continues that pattern of the E minor, G, D to the A. Okay, now into the bridge. We've got C for 2 beats, D to a whole bar of E minor. We got that again. C to D to E minor for a whole bar. Then we got C to D to G to D with an F sharp bass to E minor. Okay, so C we knew, D we knew, G is fine, and then we've got this. Okay, and it happens quite quickly, this change from the G to first finger moving to the second fret of the thicker string and second finger going down the second fret of the third string. And then they kind of come together for the E minor. So you might want to give a bit of practice just to doing that. So C to D, then just one strum on G, one on the D with an F sharp bass, two on the E minor, and then we've got two whole bars of the A7 sus4. Okay, that section again. And see the roads we did, the walker E minor, 2, 3, 4. And see the lights that D us there, E minor, 3, 4. See a many D that I would, G to D with an F sharp bass to E minor, but I don't know A7 sus4 for two whole bars. When we're into the C at 9, E minor to G, to E minor's gonna be the one that C at 9's me, to E minor to G, to E minor to C at 9, E minor to G. You're my E minor 7 to C at 9, E minor, G, E minor 7. Okay, so that whole chorus is just doing two strums, or two beats rather, on C add 9 to E minor, to G, to E minor. Okay, it's that same little sequence around. Again, really important that you can get the strumming nice and even before you start trying to add in anything fancy with the strumming. If you do it this way, people would actually be able to sing along with you. It's no good going, you know, because maybe you're gonna be, it's just not gonna work. So really focus on trying to get the strumming nice and even. Worry about fancying it up after you can already do this even strums in the bar. It's a really, really big deal. Okay, now it's time to start looking at the strumming pattern. Now it's a 2-bar strumming pattern, okay? A lot of people struggle with this, so we're going to be looking at it in little chunks. But what I'd strongly recommend that you do is you write down 1E and 2E and 3E and 4E and twice for the 2 bars. And then as I'm describing the rhythm patterns, you put a little D for a downstroke and a U for an upstroke in the appropriate places. So it can be really helpful to see it. Those of you that have got my songbook have got it written out for you there already with the downs and ups and the proper rhythm. But if you haven't got that, you really might want to write that down, because it makes a huge difference being able to see it and to be able to remember it, because the trick really is getting it right. If you get it right really slowly, one little chunk at a time, and then gradually speed it up once you're putting it all together, you know, that's definitely the way to go. So we're going to be using a muted hit, so I'm just letting my fingers rest on the strings, so I've got no chord to distract me while I'm learning the rhythm. Okay, so the first part of the first bar is 1 and 2 and 3, 4. Down, 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 up, 3, 4. That's 1 and 2 and Okay, 1 and 2 and So the second half of the first bar is 3E and 4 and Okay, down, up, down, 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 up. Again, 3E and 4 and 3E and 4 and down, up, down, 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 up, down, up, down, 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 up. Okay, so the whole of that first bar we've got now is down, 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 up, down, up, down, 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 up. 1 and 2 and 3E and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3E and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3E and 4 down, 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 up, down, up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, up, down, 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 up. Strongly recommend that you practice that first bar over and over and make sure you feel really comfortable with it before you start learning the second bar. The second bar starts with exactly the same strumming pattern as the last half of the first bar. If that's getting a little bit confusing, it was down, up, down, 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 up. 1 E and 2 and 1 E and 2 and down, up, down, 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 up, down, up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up. Okay, that's the first half of the second bar. The second half of the second bar of the strumming pattern doesn't start on beat 3. It starts with an upstroke on the E. 3 E and a 4 E and 3 E and a 4 E and up, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, miss, up. Okay, so make sure you're getting that miss on beat 3, the down movement of the arm, but you're not actually going to hit the strings. 3 E and up, 4 E and miss, up, down, up, down, up. Okay, practice that up, you know, that little bit by itself and the first chunk, and then put all of bar 2 together. So down, up, down, 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 up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, 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 up, down, up, down, up. Okay, it's usually the second bar that throws people off a little bit. It's really important to get that string of upstrokes in the right place. So 1 E and 2 and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 and 3 E and 4 E and down, up, down, 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 up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, 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 up, down, up, down, up. Okay, it's getting that little string of upstrokes that's the really big deal. Once you've got that part, you want to then put the whole strumming pattern together, but still with our mutes. So we've got down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, up. 1 and 2 and 3 E and 4 and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and up. That's a bit of a mouthful saying all of that one. You definitely want to get that strumming pattern sorted and the chords sorted before you try putting them together. It really makes it loads easier than trying to learn both at the same time. Okay, so assuming that you're kind of confident with both of those parts, let's have a look now at how it fits together. So we start off with our E minor chord with down, 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 up. But what's really interesting is we don't actually change to the G until the next up strum. So it's down, 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 up, down, up. Okay, so we're changing with the up strum after beat 3. 1 and 2 and 3 E and 4 and up. Okay, it's important to get that because it's one of those things that really makes it sound like the song. If you don't get that, it'll never quite sound right. 1 and 2 and 3 E and 4 and down, 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 up, down, 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 up. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So get yourself confident with that first bar, and then when you're ready, you're going to add in the second bar. So we're starting on the D chord with down, up, down, 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 up. Now what's really interesting here is that the G came 1/16th note late on an upstroke, and the A is coming 1/16th note early, so just before beat 3. So on the D, down, up, down, 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 up. Okay, so it's the A for that whole series of upstrokes that are in a row. I'm having trouble talking now. Down, up, down, 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 up, down, up, down, up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, down, up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, down, up. Okay, and one last little thing that you might want to add in there on the last 2 strums of the pattern, you want to lift your first finger off. We end up with it, I'm not really sure what the proper name of this chord would be. It's still an A7 sus4, I guess. But you just want to lift your first finger off. That's the easiest way to think of it. So E minor, G, D, A, off. E minor. Up, down, up. Those last two is where the first finger comes off in preparation for the E minor. I'm noticing sometimes I'm anticipating the D there. Pretty sure on the record he plays it bang on the beat, but I've been playing it wrong for about 20 years, so, well, probably not 20 years, but for a long time. So sometimes I anticipate that D a little bit. I probably shouldn't. You shouldn't do it either unless you want to learn it my way instead of the right way. Probably not a good idea. So that was the main strumming pattern, but to play the whole song, you're probably going to need some other strumming patterns. But if you've got that first one, you're going to be able to find your way through the rest of the song. I'm very sure of that. Okay, all of the first part. It's this, okay? The pattern that we've just learned. I don't believe that anybody feels the way I do about you now. Okay, just there, I'm just making up something. It's not exactly the same every time. I very much doubt that Oasis play it exactly the same every time. It just wouldn't happen like that. In fact, part of the vibe of this kind of tune is feeling that. The trick is keeping the hand moving. So once you've got used to that hand moving, no matter what you strum, you want to keep that moving all the time. So on the C, even if I chose not to strum for a bit, my hand keeps moving all the time. In the bridge, I mean, it's kind of the same, right? Here's different. Okay, so for that little bit, down, down, down. I'm kind of going down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up. And then I'm back into the same kind of chords, same sort of strumming pattern. So just that bit, down, down, down. And the chorus. It's more or less the same strumming pattern. Okay, it's not going to be exactly the same, but it really doesn't need to be. The whole idea is to learn a strumming pattern and then be basing your playing off of that. Particularly like at the ends of the bridge or the end of the chorus or the end of the verse, doing a build as well, probably playing more strums, you know, and digging in a little bit and kind of playing it harder, like building the song up to the new section. It's a very, very common kind of a thing that you can learn, you can think about it and study it, but you're much better off just playing it and trying to feel it and feel that, oh, there's a new section coming up, let's get a bit excited and, well, yeah, here we go. You know, try and develop that so you naturally do it without having to actually think about it too much. And that just comes with practice, I'm afraid. So really hope you enjoyed playing this song. It's definitely an all-time classic for acoustic guitar and really good fun too. As a well-deserved classic song, great tune, lovely playing. I'm sure you're going to dig it. Have fun with it, and I'll see you for plenty more lessons and songs very soon. You take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.